Then they go to Atlantis and they go sideways. And in talking to Tommy Lloyd, he was telling me it just took a while to get this group together. They also dealt with injuries. He also had to kind of have a little bit of an adjustment coaching-wise, knowing that your percentage of Caleb Love saved them at home against Iowa State. That's really where it all flipped.
Arizona, you know, in their first year of the Big 12, you got to consider their schedule. I mean, the conference schedule, unlike what they have faced in the past. Oh, what a take. The style of play.
Ball moving, player moving, another back door.
Yeah, Lyles finding Johnson. If there was a perfect picture of verticality, that was it at the top of his jump.
This is a fun matchup here because KJ Lewis can really guard, going up against the MAC Player of the Year.
Yeah, Johnson trying to cross him over.
Johnson did a great job.
They're 2 and 8 in this game.
Oh, what a play.
In the pocket, never saw him. Tavari Johnson sneaking pass from behind. Lewis gets blocked. Okonkwo. And Johnson trying to beat the clock. It does.
And Sorrow has been a revelation offensively. He averages 6.8. He has 7 in the first half. And that tough.
Great job by Okonkwo to force him away from the basket. When he's fading away, his percentages go down.
Now Tavari Johnson with 2.
That ball the entire game so far.
And another good defensive play stolen away by Akron. Johnson got the 3 in transition. 21 tonight in the championship game. He had 24 in the quarterfinals. Now Tavari Johnson back. Fueled by their defense. But they get an offensive board now. And Johnson cashes it close.
Incredible composure by the Redhawks. Some calls going against them. The three-point shot has just been lethal for this team tonight.
6 different Redhawks with at least 1 3.
Ball. If Okonkwo gets it down there, make him score. Make him be a threat offensively. I feel like it's so easy for him to just pass it out of those double teams.
Akron's made 4 consecutive from the floor. Tavari Johnson pivots, fades, and hits.
Akron in a little bit of a zone themselves.
Picked apart. Instead, the dunk miss by Owinga. And everything perfect against the zone except finish. And Johnson makes the pay.
Who came off that down screen and a little bit of confusion. Both guys went with Adams and left Jaden Simmons wide open.
Haley was just talking to Coach Gross about the defensive miscommunications that Akron has had through.
And I mean, what? Maybe 1 in the last 12 minutes or so? I mean, it's the right game plan, but you got to lock down and get a stop.
Johnson flies. Nobody stepped in front.
Johnson has got to be so vital to the Bowling Green offense without question.
Yeah, anytime you're the 8 seed coming into this ball game, you know, on one hand you can look at it and say, you know what, we have nothing to lose, but also your best players have to lead you in the ball game. That's Marcus Johnson. That's also Javante Campbell.
Splashing that face at the number 1 seed here in the first quarterfinal of this Thursday. Isaiah Gray looking at that ball screen from Marvin Musime Kamale, who's on the floor. He wears number 23, 6'6" redshirt freshman. Gray gave it up on the kick to Tavari Johnson.
But he looks okay now on the offensive end.
Give that bucket to Dejon Humphrey. Humphrey, the 6'4" senior. Okonkwo will set that high ball screen. Tavari Johnson. So smooth when he comes on.
Yep, got the ball in the paint, got one-on-one, and felt able to convert.
Johnson again. Tavari Johnson. Bowling Green's Mid-American Conference Player of the Year, Nate Johnson. Well, Bowling trying to make that bounce pass from 4 feet out. Not sure that's the best opportunity for Derek Butler, and they turned it over. How about Tavari Johnson? As we come inside the 4-minute mark, John Gross is going to not empty, but he's going to get more bodies in for some of these starters. Right now, he's got 4 of his starters on the floor.
Yeah, right now you're looking ahead right now, trying to preserve legs as much as possible. He does a great job utilizing his bench all game long. We talk about how productive they are. There's Tavari Johnson.
Akron double teaming the basketball. Tavari Johnson on the rip away. Tavari Johnson.
All the 5'11".
On a good day.
Man, can he hop.
On a good day. Boy, Isaiah Gray wishes he had that back, but Wilson on the offensive board. It leads to Sable again, going to load that up. Missed it badly. Well, trying to crush that was Anquan Bolden Jr. Akron on the push. Tavari Johnson to the hole. Why he does that?
They have this, in the conference play, they're the second most attempts in makes from distance, which means 2, you get the defensive rebound, especially long misses off of those long shots, and then just simply find a way. We said it's been a struggle as of late. It's been a grind. You just got to grind your way through this one. It might not be pretty. Just find a way to be 1 point better.
Catch and shoot 3 for Tavari Johnson.
Home on the perimeter and be able to contain Javen Simmons and limit him. That bodes well for their defense. If they got to bring an extra defender, all of a sudden, Toledo in their ball movement can make them pay.
Bowen Hartman and Amani Lyles have checked in for always turnover reverse, but it feels like this year there have been more line ball turnovers committed by Toledo than we're accustomed to seeing from them. And that's the 10th guy, Marvin Musime Kamali, with the offensive rebound, just going up over the much smaller Sonny Wilson.
And that second chance opportunity here for the Zips. Johnson, it's his 3rd.
Conquo had a 17-point game against Northern Kentucky back in the non-conference portion of the schedule, in which he did not miss. 5 of 5 from the floor, 7 of 7 from the. That's a score that seemed unlikely 15 minutes ago even. Rockets have trailed by as many as 24 in the second half. They've ripped off 6 straight points. Tavari Johnson, nearly stripped by Hubbard. Simmons out on Johnson. Johnson goes by him. The runner rattles home.
Yeah, good 2-0 lead 2 minutes into this one. In the corner, that's Seth Wilson, the transfer from West Virginia, and an offensive rebound from Isaiah Gray.
Akron's about 2 minutes away from me subbing in to get a bucket so they can sit down.
I think Coach Gross would be okay with that. Tavari Johnson. Best scoring offense in the league versus the best scoring defense in the league. Akron the best offense, Kent State the best defense. As Von Cameron Davis missed the 3 for the visitors. And Tavari Johnson kind of kicked it off. Says, I've been around a minute. I know how to beat a freshman when I need to.
1,000%. Once he saw the freshman on, he's like, yeah, I'm not passing this.
He wasn't playing. He wasn't paying attention.
Guys play. I mean, this is a rivalry game. You know it's going to be physical. Let them do what they do best.
Marquise Barnett comes up short.
And just that possession right there, that's playing into Kent State's hand.
Tavari Johnson delivers in a late regular season game like today, or a conference tournament game. And to me, we saw it right before the break. Tavari Johnson could be and maybe should be that guy for the Zips.
Well, he's the head of the snake. I mean, he's the point guard. He's the starting point guard, and he controls the ship. And I think that's one thing that these are the games that you figure that out. Going into the tournament, you want to figure out who wants to take the reins of that and make big-time shots. And it looks like Tavari's ready to do it. They need it. They don't need to throw you the ball down there. Let your guards work and go to work.
First turnover on Kent State for the last 7 minutes, but it comes in a crucial moment where they're up by 4 with 5.5 minutes to go. Amani Lyles inside, back to the basket. Seth Wilson trying to find a shot. He's their sharpshooter up top.
They slip. Got to throw it to him.
Johnson missed Lyles, now 5 on the shot clock. Johnson, crossover. 3 is good! Nate Johnson dancing up top. Sullinger guarding him. Rejected by Hornbeak. Still 10 on the shot clock now. Shamar Scott pulls it back. Johnson looks at the shot clock. Goes to the rim with 1 to shoot.
You could feel it when they were warming up today. Ball State had that edge.
Yeah, great ball movement, good shot selection.
Johnson to the rim. The soft touch goes home.
Helps. It allows you to set up your defense.
A lot of it has to do with Coach John Gross changing what they looked like in the past, being a faster-paced offense this year. Hill goes 2 for 3 at the line. Johnson evens this game up again. Johnson, no look to Wilson. Johnson bouncing off a few defenders. The flick of the wrist.
Zips, so they have a chance to keep pace with the best team in the MAC down the stretch.
Yeah, JJ, this one's proved to be a good one so far. But in this case, it feels like Akron, Ball State will get within 6, and the Zips put it up to 7, 8, 9, 10 as Johnson throws it back out to Johnson.
That's right. Akron has had an answer every time the Cards have made a run.
And Johnson answers that with a finger roll.
It's against one of the most elite defenders in the league in Nate Johnson and Jamari Hill. What a pickup for Ball State.
5 for 9 today from the field, 14 points, and Johnson answers and one.
I mean, Akron is so proficient offensively, you almost, you miss any second chance opportunities. It feels like it kills you twice.
And it leads to that.
Cardinals string together 2 or 3 stops in a row.
Off balance from Johnson. What?
And the idea for Akron, make Sparks work on the defensive end.
And Johnson has done that and more. 15 points today on 7 of 8 shooting.
And there it is again.
Yeah, Johnson has it. The floater converts. Would have been a huge 3-point ball.
That was good D by Gray, contesting without fouling.
Oh, Pearson looked like to have a clean shot. Gray closed out.
Where they just isolate Tavari Johnson right now.
And he's feeling it.
He was listening to his head coach. Hey, I need a little bit more from you.
5 points for Elmore. Nice floater. Tavari Kamale, the freshman from Brockton, Massachusetts. A.J. Brown missing in the corner.
I would also think that this particular game, because of the way these two teams play,
doesn't come into play here today because they're getting quality shots real early in the shot clock, and the rebounding statistics are dead even. 3-pointer in the corner.
How about the fact that James out-muscled his teammate Clayton for the ball?
I get your stats somehow. All right, Johnson. Just a lot of ISO ball right now of the consistent scorers on this year's team, given all the injuries. Him and Pavletsky have been healthy, knock on wood for them, and have been consistent on the offensive end. Ari Johnson, nice touch. 3 of 4. He doesn't shoot a lot, but when he does, he makes the most of it.
The big guys need to make their free throws. This is Akron's best offense.
That finds Jaden Mott. Mott, 6'8", one of the biggest of Northern Illinois, and Mott got that to fall. A young man from the state of Oklahoma. Triple hit of the night. As we know, Jeff, the Zips are not bashful about taking threes. Nasir Muhammad misfired on that Northern Illinois triple try. Gray, excellent bounce pass to a point trip. Don't look now, everybody. Akron's was once a 16-point lead, is now down to just 2. As Northern Illinois on a spurt of 18-4. Tavari Johnson ending that. Roll that a shot attempt or a turnover. I would assume a shot attempt. Now firing that corner 3 that won't go down is Joe Munden, junior of Northern Illinois. Akron with a 1-possession lead by 3. Tavari Johnson will fade away, make it a 2.
It's a good find by Anthony Pritchard, and we're a third of the way through this first half now, and seeing you hanging around.
What a difference a healthy Yarosevich makes. He's got 13 of their 23. Floater knocked down from Tavari Johnson.
And it forced
Owen Lobsinger out of bounds. That'll be a matchup to watch tonight. If Owen, when he's in there, is going up against Bowen. So we got Owen and Bowen.
Looks for their shooters, setting those off-ball screens. Shamath Scott drained that triple. Zips want to push again. Tavari Johnson.
On the offensive end especially. So
yeah.
If you're Western, you're going to have to score a lot of points here in the second half to come back in this basketball game.
Isaiah Gray. Yeah, it made up.
To watch, Michael. I love the way he just lets it fly. Hasn't missed.
Tavari Johnson, contested triple. Offensively challenged, struggling team, Western Michigan. They've got 71 points on the board.
I think they've played really well tonight.
Oh, they have. Outstanding.
Done a really nice job.
Johnson got to the rim on the offensive
game. He can get his shot out there.
Outstanding. He's got 25. Now Tavari Johnson will turn the corner. Got that short runner in the paint. It rattled around and that you'd think normally he would. 9-point game. 2:40 left in it. Akron looking to close. Western Michigan has done a nice job doubling the basketball. Tavari Johnson and steal South Alabama. Now the steal by Isaiah Gray as South Alabama's Dunning threw it away, firing up that triple.
Last 18 games.
Yeah, and here again is this South Alabama Jaguars pressure D. It's like a 2-2-1 look defensively. And it'll change, of course, into that 1-3-1. Tavari Johnson will get the basketball into the front court for the Zips. Seth Wilson, Tavari Johnson, along with James Okonkwo, Isaiah Gray, and Shamath Scott. That's Tavari Johnson.
When teams list their players,
yeah,
I always thought teams should list their players as smaller.
Tavari Johnson on the rip away. Yeah.
Of us here in Akron, spent 2 years at Damon in the New York area and was East Coast Conference first team last year, 17.3 points a game.
It's a quality squad here. Now firing the triple, and you can.
Well, they're contesting everything out there. They're pushing the ball way out onto the floor.
Now this is, by the way, this is Barry Dunning's 14th straight game of double-figure points, huh? So he is on an offensive run here for head coach Richie Riley. And the Jaguars of South Alabama have pulled to within 4. As we get 3 minutes into this second half. Shamath Scott operating now in that Zips backcourt. Ring up that triple. Back on top by 7. Now firing that triple again was Barry Dunning. He left that one short on the left side of the iron. Akron wants to hurry. Tavari Johnson out of that left baseline. Now trying to go hard to the rim was Miles Corey. Had it partially rejected. Akron by 10 and with the basketball again. Feeling it. That's a heat check. Oh, that's a heat check. Ball stayed. Well, going to the hole again. Well, another strong take by the Cardinals. Very, very aggressive point guard Jamari Hill. As we're tied at 26 apiece. Good to have you along.
You kind of get the feeling, Michael, this Ball State team come tournament time, if they're able to get in there, could be really nasty.
He wasn't able to, but easy offensive board and finish for the big man, Peyton Sparks. Tavari Johnson going to touch that up and get the
career high. He's been cooking.
Hill had it ripped away and stolen. Johnson, Tavari Johnson got it up off the window.
Because if he can push it, I have no issues with him making a play in transition in this game.
They call goaltending there, so that counts. Oh, how about Johnson?
So, Fran, here's what my mentality would be if I was the point guard for Kent State right now. Okay? Shots aren't falling. You cannot let that affect your defensive intensity and your commitment to the scouting report. You can't try to play hero ball on either end of the floor. You've got to keep it simple and stick to the scouting report.
Great look from Gray. And Scott kicks it over, and now it's Tavari Johnson trying to find space. Johnson shakes and bakes into the starting lineup, and they bring Hornbeek now off the bench. But Hornbeek actually has been playing more than he normally does. He did as a start.
There's a great hedge by Gillespie and recover.
And good hands from Davis. Johnson straight to the rack and pulls up. Great body control from Tavari Jackson. And the senior from Saginaw, Michigan, knocks down the triple. And it's a 14-point game. Akron, by the way, 3 players, Young, Gray, and Johnson, in double figures. And Johnson taking a look at the bench.
Don't have enough non-conference wins in quad 1 to be considered for an at-large team. They have to win if they win the MAC and they're in the NCAA tournaments. How are you supposed to scout on a neutral site floor?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what better seed team is going to want to play and scout against these guards? They shoot threes. They're fearless and opened everything up for Akron, because once those first couple threes fell, it became contagious. But I thought it was, Nate Johnson was excellent, but you just have so many other weapons that were in attack run. I mean, even Seth Wilson, he'll go quiet for about 6-7 minutes, and then he'll hit a big three.
Yeah, that's the dagger right there.
See if the Huskies can sustain some possessions. Corner 3, Soderhoff well short. Might have been deflected. Wonder if Tavari Johnson got a hand on it. Here he is, goes around the screen to the baseline. He wanted to get Nate Johnson in the corner. It'll be Wilson. Baseline drive, back out. Nate Johnson lets the defender fly by. 3 ball from Tavari Johnson. Jose lost the handle of it for a second, but he flipped it over to Johnson, and now the Zips will start their offensive set. Right side 3. Johnson again! Got 2 of 3. Huskies will extend pressure. Straight man. I wonder if Muhammad's going to come over and help. But it took 8 seconds to get over the line. It's a 5-point lead. Johnson quiet until that bucket. Tavari. Looking at the numbers a little bit, it looks like Muhammad got maybe a 30-second blow, because the numbers don't match up a little bit in terms of how long he's been on the floor. I don't remember him coming out other than that. They go to the corner. Zips push their way in as Tavari Johnson by the wayside here. And they're going to think about that here.
If you have any hope of catching up, you've got to do it. Score points with the clock stopped, and they didn't take advantage there.
I'll set this story up before we get to it here. As you see, Johnson again at rack, and they cut it to 12. We're going to hold that story for a minute. See if the Huskies can create some opportunities. Johnson floating in the lane, and it goes again.
Games, he's had 10 or more points in 7 games, 3 double-doubles. He has just come in and been really scrappy, really aggressive for the Akron Zips.
Jeff, and think about it, you're trying to replace basically someone like Enrique Freeman, who's an NBA player and was one of the top bigs, not only in the Mid-American Conference, but all of college basketball the last couple of years. Done a real good job turning the corner and getting that home on that strong craft.
Somebody has a green light, Michael.
Yeah, he does. That was beyond that hash mark. Probably 28, 29 feet he unloaded that. Good look for Tavari Johnson. He'll bury the 3. Lures, who's on the floor, the 6'5" graduate student out of Lebanon, Ohio. Lures wears 25, and Brant Byers connecting on that triple try. So the lead is 20. As Akron again on the offensive end. Tavari Johnson's floater, ring that up. They're 18 of 31 from the floor. They have 10 of those. 10 of their 18 triples have gone down. And right now, Travis Steele, this outstanding coach, has put together this terrific year for his Miami Redhawks, and they've had no answers defensively. Tavari Johnson turned the corner and went glass.
Well, keep going, because Miami is the type of shooting team that if they can get hot, which they haven't been at all today.
No, not at all.
This can change.
They're shooting 33%. Strong drive to the rim.
Freshman in the country, settled in and learning what it's like to be in the middle of the Mid-American Conference schedule, which they are right now, but coming off their best game of the year, the win over Western Michigan. That's the first bucket for not see him on the court with the rest of his guys, even though he's enjoying life in the NBA right now.
I mean, he's one of those guys as a coach, man, you feel like he's been there 10 years, and then when you coach him, you feel like he's only been there a couple.
And there's a three first. Oba, a little turnaround move, tried the hook shot. Looked like it was blocked by Okonkwo. Top three in the MAC and block shots, and there's why. Up and under move around the big man, and Tavari Johnson with the three, and he gets it to go. His first for the MAC's number 2 3-point shooter. See, we told you, going to be a lot of threes tonight. Except on the occasion from Milton, Ontario.
That was a really tough shot. That was a like Kobe Bryant move right there.
That's an NBA shot. Wide open three, good.
Once again,
Tavari Johnson. Well, you're just kind of stuck in your dorm. There's not a whole lot of other options tonight, is there?
That's true, but some you may want to sit back when it's cold like that outside.
More of that half-court pressure from the Bulls.
It's been really effective. Slowing them down. You know, they're starting the offense now with 18 seconds.
Yeah, which they are one of the faster paced teams in the country. Shot clock at 10 now. I haven't said that much so far today. Tavari Johnson hits it. Doesn't matter. And then we turn it back over to the guy from Washington, D.C. That's the three for Ryan Sable. Three on the other end goes for Tavari. Got it.
He might have been fouled on that one as well, too.
I think he thought he was. That's 15 for Ryan Sable, the only Bull in double figures here tonight.
That was a great find there by Dunn, too.
And right down to the basket, way too easy.